Hey everyone, this is Charmaine from Fantastic Crafts. I hope all of you are having a fantastic December. Today, or actually this whole month, the month of December, the Mimi blog design team is doing a all layered up card. Now, it doesn't have to be Christmas, but I decided to kind of go with Christmas themes just because this is December and Christmas is around the corner. I wanted to show you how you can layer not only with paper or cardstock, but also with ink. So I did show that on this particular card, and I hope you can see all the layers that go into this card. So to begin, I started with the Sleigh Rides stamp set. This is a larger stamp set. And then I used some VersaFine clear ink and also some Distress Oxide. I know Distress Oxide is like a old thing now, right? But I always love playing with my crafting supplies. I give it a little break and then I kind of come back to it just because it's fun that way for me. So to begin, I did a layered card. So I made this first layer in a quarter of an inch actually, smaller than my card base. So I cut it at 5 and a quarter by 4 and by 4. Yes, sorry about that. So then I used my Distress Oxide to just blend it. I didn't show too much of the blending because I kind of went a little crazy with the blending and just moved my tripod all over the place. So I didn't want you guys to get dizzy, so I just showed a little bit of it. I also did go ahead and use my little distress sprayer to spray this background because this is the first layer. So actually the first layer was the ink, the blending, and then the second layer of it is the distress spray when you just spray it with water. And this is the third layer of this card, and that is just going with this VersaFine clear color. The color name is Morning Mist. And what I did was I took the snowflake from the stamp set and all I did was just go around and create my own background. So that's the third layer for this card. Now the fourth layer of this card is I went with that same stamp set. I went with the little bells that come in the stamp set, the image. I love it. So I went with that and I used that VersaFine clear ink, Glamorous, to do that stamping. And I love this because this is a great image to do layering with because it has shadows, built-in shadows. So it's kind of really neat to do this technique with. Once I was done with that, that's my fourth layer. I have to keep account of all these layers. Then I went ahead and I realized it was missing something. I had to look at it for a little bit and I'm like, you know what? I need a few more layers of this card. And this is when I went back to the not conventional, but like the more normal way of layering cards. And that is with cardstock. So I took this fired brick once again and I had a little piece of scrap card that I cut earlier. So all I did was I went with that and I just colored the whole little strip with that fired brick. And then I went with my purple, which is called Fantasia. Once I had stamped that image, the snowflakes, and then I put it right on my background, I realized it kind of got lost. I wanted this card to be like a little wrapped up present with a little bow on the top or the middle of it. So what I did was I cut that into the sizes I needed. And then I went with some extra cardstock that I had. These are literally strips, so I did not use any other extra cardstock. And then all I did was cut very thin strips to go right in the middle of those ribbon. So I know you see a lot of packaging with ribbons and it's like double tone or dual tone ribbons or different fabrics. And that's kind of what I wanted to give the look of. So not only are we layering with colors for this card, but we are also layering the ribbon with the cardstock. So I really think this is a great way and a great technique to using or to use layered images or layering. I really hope you guys enjoyed it because I really did enjoy making it. So I just put that right in the middle and for one part of this ribbon, what I had to do was, because I didn't want to use any extra cardstock, so as you can see, I just kind of glued it right in the middle because I knew the middle wouldn't show, so that seam wouldn't show. So all I did was just trim the little extra, and then I knew that other strip would go right in the middle, so there wasn't any problem with that being seen. So you may want to do that. I didn't have a strip long enough, the white strip long enough to do this with, so it's easy to do, easy little fixes that you can do, or easy little tips that's useful that you don't always think about. I know I don't. This time I happened to think about it. So I also stamped this little bell on a separate piece of cardstock, actually from that same one cardstock that I cut earlier. I stamped it, I fussy cut it, and then I decided I wanted to pop this up. So this is yet another element of our layering of this card. So I just popped this little, it's what I wanted it to be was like a little ribbon or the bells on it, because I love wrapped little presents with bells that kind of like jingle as you open or as you are handing the gifts. So I really wanted that kind of a card. So I did that, and then I of course realized even that little bit of white stripe was a little too light for me. So we did yet another layering effect, and what I did was I just went with a red gel Uniball pen, and I just simply made little stitch marks, and that completes the card. I just put that on a A2 size card base, and that's it. I really enjoyed it. It's been a while since I could actually play in my craft room, so I was really excited to get out here and play with my cards and kind of play with my stamp sets, my inks. So I'm finally getting a handle on my craft room, so it's kind of feeling like home again. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the card, and if you do make it, please let me know. Tag me on Instagram with Fantastic Crafts, hashtag Fantastic Crafts. I would love to see it. I would love to see others recreate cards that I create. It's just so much fun to see that, and you know, then it makes me feel good that you guys are getting into your craft room and actually playing, which is the whole point of crafting, to just relax and have fun. So I will catch you guys on another video. Until then, everybody, take care. Bye.